Logging into Elentra is facilitated using your username and password. First step is to access the Assessment and Evaluations tab at the top right corner. Select your learners from the My Learners tab. Global resident assessment can be performed through the original color-coded dashboard, which also gives you access to surgical logbook or procedural logbook. The original dashboard can then be accessed, or a logbook can be accessed. Selecting the dashboard tab opens up the original CBME dashboard that we are all familiar with. Running down the right side, one can look at which EPAs have been successfully completed and potentially can be checked off if the EPA has been successfully completed. Running down the left side, one is able to quickly look at resident progress within the individual EPAs. The reviewer can also explode each EPA out to look at the individual assessments. The reviewer can then return to the Assessments and Evaluations tab and once again select on the My Learners. At this point, selecting the Visual Summary tab will bring you to the new visualization dashboards. A more in-depth resident assessment can be then performed using the novel visualization dashboards. There are several tabs that one can access, including resident metrics, normative assessment, faculty development, and program evaluation dashboards. A reviewer can do a comparative assessment of residents within a specific stage by selecting the Normative Assessment tab. This comparative assessment, looking at total number of EPAs, achieved EPAs, and percentage achievement, can help to identify outlying residents. Individual resident assessment can then be performed by clicking the Resident Metrics tab and selecting the appropriate resident. A reviewer can initially look at the rotation schedule and expand out using the View History and View EPAs per block to give a better understanding of global EPA assessments. Of note, each individual block turns green following 5 EPA assessments. Setting program-specific standards may help with EPA achievements. The Acquisition Metrics tab allows the reviewer to look at the number of EPAs attained on a weekly basis. Review of the Recent EPAs tab allows the reviewer to look at trends of EPA assessments. This graph represents a blend of EPAs scored out of 2 and those out of 5. Hovering over an individual point will allow the reviewer to bring up a snapshot of the individual assessment. The reviewer can then proceed to look at each of the individual EPAs within each stage. The reviewer can look at the progress within each stage, can also look at trends within each individual EPA, can look at the number of EPAs achieved, number to go, and as well can expand up the individual assessments, looking at the specific comments, as well as the contextual variables. The specific EPA contextual variables are also included for easy reference for each reviewer.